Seagulls are so loud. They sound like they're just screaming. I hate them.
Hello.
Hey, friends.
What's up?
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Glasses
gang.
Glasses gang. I mean, these beats. What are you talking about? These like came on here with the glasses on, and I was like, I feel left out, so I put my glasses on too. So if you're watching, glasses gang.
Not me trying to go on Shein and buy those glasses, and they were sold out. The Sakaéla Justice Effect.
The back, no. I checked the other day. They are back, so
gonna get them.
Yeah, Joe Paredes glasses.
Shein needs to be letting you know because
give me a check.
You sold those out. Back to the bags.
She wants to see it. So thanks for
I just want to say I am still in the smack dab middle of hole. So if you hear screaming children, just craziness, I do apologize in advance.
One day we'll have a little soundproof studio action.
Yeah,
you're gonna wait on it,
right?
And you're gonna rock with us until we get there. And when we get there, you're gonna be like, I remember
when
the children was screaming
when they were slumming it.
Slumming it.
Not slumming it. Yeah, that's a bit extra.
When the children was screaming in the background. So last week we talked about gender versus sex. I mean, the gangbanger. So we asked some questions on his story, and we got a few responses. First question we asked is, how do you define gender? And somebody responded and said DNA and what you were born as. Then we asked, do you think knowing your baby's sex is important? 20% said yes. 80% said no. We asked why or why not. And somebody said it's better for prepping for their arrival. I don't know that I agree.
I don't know that I agree either. But hey.
It already talks about that. Who cares? Gender neutral clothing is fine.
Yeah, I think it really only responds to clothing.
Right.
And I think, to be fair, in Bermuda, they don't have, well, last I checked, they didn't have gender neutral.
They don't have white, they don't have black,
clothes.
They don't have yellow.
I mean,
no, they have a girl and boy section.
Right, but you can go in
the girl.
You can find gender neutral clothing.
Right. So the last question was, do you understand the spectrum of gender? And 44% said yes, and 56% said not really. And listen, I appreciate your honesty.
And hopefully you learned on listening to the episode. Find out more on Google and stuff as well. So many different
there's so much. There's a lot out there, guys. Mm-hmm. Now we posted a question on the feed. Do you believe there's a difference between gender and sex? Leave us a comment. And one person responded and said, I didn't really understand that there was a difference until 2 years ago when I was living in Canada. Living in Bermuda, I never learned that there was a difference, and they were used interchangeably. Which is true. They are commonly used interchangeably.
Yeah.
In some places still. But hopefully a lot of you who didn't know that there was a difference after listening to the episode learned something new. Because we're here to inform and learn together.
Thank you very much.
And thank you guys again for interacting with this story. We do this every week. Our questions go up on Saturdays, so make sure you are following WMTR podcast on everything so that you can respond to our questions and let us know what you think, because we love to hear from you.
It's true.
Yes, all right, y'all. So now we're going to get into We Love to See It. This is the segment of the pod where we talk about all the things that we love to see, who we love to see, what we love to see. And who want to go first?
Me. I love to see Flora Duffy Day. Holiday in Berm, October 18th. Olympic gold medal winner book out a holiday. Yeah. We love to see it. And that's like birthday weekend time, even though it's Monday this year. But I wish I was him.
I don't think it's a recurring holiday.
I was wondering if it was going to be every year or if it wasn't going to be.
Is it just this year?
I think it's just this year, but they need let's fix that, please.
Yeah, don't nobody want a one-off holiday?
Exactly.
Like, that's not even a holiday at this point. Like, you just don't call it that.
I'm disappointed.
That's a lie.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And people were talking about it on Twitter. It was like, is this an annual thing or a one-time thing? Like, what's really happening?
Yeah, man. Just call it I don't know, celebration day.
Honorary, yeah. Like, we're just
It's not a holiday. Holidays are yearly. Like, how dare you?
I say that because they put 2021. It's October,
right? As opposed to it just being October 21st. I mean, October 18th. So
October 21st is a different type of holiday.
Same, but I mean, it's still we do love to see it. Sticking to Bermuda, I shouted this person out previously, but I'm shouting him out again because he has recently passed away. Dennis Joquin, he was an artist. And he just passed away on Thursday, Mama called me. He had cancer. She didn't find out till basically it was the end of his life. He had the doctor said he had like 3 months left, but he passed away 3 weeks after finding out that news. So I feel like you have seen his stuff. They had posted it on, I quote tweeted it on Twitter the other day because but he was an amazing artist, and I just want to shout him out again. He did portraits, he did pretty much everything. He made puppets for schools and stuff like that, and so just shout out Paul Joquin. He will definitely be missed. He still has his mural up in his neighborhood. So like the thing I like about artists in general and just things like this is that like even though the person has passed, their work still lives on.
Right.
So
yeah.
It's really nice to see people who obviously I didn't know knew him or recognized his work, but talk about it on Twitter and stuff. So like, shout out to you, Paul Joquin. You're amazing, and we love to see you. So,
and continuing on with dope Bermudians, I want to shout out Moss BDA. He is a videographer, Bermudian videographer, who is just so dope. Like his social medias, his Instagram, I'm such a big fan. I just love his work, and it's such great quality. The storytelling is magic. Everyone, go and follow Moss BDA. That's MOSS BDA. Shout out to you, Moss. Keep killing the damn thing.
Right? If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not 1,000% sure, but
if he is, I met him. You're cool. If it's not so you, dope. I don't know who you are. Sorry. Yeah.
Dope. Shout out to you. And
so we love to see Bermudians this week. I know y'all was saying, can we have some more international, child? But
we're always gonna love to see our
always go. You know what I'm saying? Like
we'll sprinkle in the international moments down, but don't be surprised when we come back home.
So we love to see all of our Bermudians. And as per usual, every Friday on the story, we ask, what do you love to see? Let us know the things that you're loving to say, because we want to know, because we might also love to see it. So let us know. WMTR podcast. That's the Instagram page right there. Every Friday on the story. Let us know. Pert.
Hello, friends. Now, listen, this is the ghetto-ness of the podcast, The Ghetto, where we highlight the foolishness that is social media, the happenings of the happenings in the world. It's a foolery. Who wants to go first? Let's
I've had my ghetto since last week because I started on to that. I said, I have to screenshot this. So Balenciaga has...
so cute.
I'm going to show you the picture if you haven't seen it. And if you have, I'll show it to you anyway. So they made these sweatpants that have sewn in boxers so that it looks like the person wearing them is sagging their pants. So this is them right here. Balenciaga, big designer Balenciaga decided that that's what they wanted to do. And it's just so disrespectful. And I just don't understand how these white people, I don't know who it is, but I don't know, I'm sure they're white, people want to think that they can gentrify something that we were getting. I'm sure that Black people got in trouble, probably got pulled over by this, like for having sagging pants, but now you're recreating this and selling it so that the white people can feel some kind of, what is the purpose?
It's giving culture vulture to me.
Like, I just don't understand it. Like, who was in the room when you guys created this concept and said that this is a smart thing to do?
This is how the niggas wear their pants. That's, you know, they like to buy, they like to spend money. Why don't we make it convenient for them?
Like, I say irritated by I was like, you really are gentrifying sagging pants. We just can't have nothing. And even when, like,
that ain't even nice. Like, of all the things,
right? Like, of all things to want to steal from us, you want to put some fake boxes in some sweatpants for?
Oh God!
Balenciaga, do better, please.
Okay, so this week, Jeff Bezos has reportedly invested in anti-aging startup lab, and all I just want to say is, Jeff. Can
you cure world hunger?
Can you please? I don't want to tell you what to do with your money, but we keep having this conversation. We keep going back. You want to go to the moon. You want to stop aging, but the people's is dying.
Like,
world hunger.
Because of
it's happening. The world is just deteriorating before our eyes, and you just want to.
And you're right about what?
Stop your bags from under your eyes and stay another few years, my friend. You will stay nowhere if there is nowhere to stay. Like, please invest where it matters.
God,
Jeff.
I wish I had money.
Jeff.
The way they just be wasting the money, bro. Just like,
literally.
Can you give it to me? Someone who will do well with it. I will still with it well.
You have too much money. You don't know what to do with it. So,
it's unfair.
Innovation.
Unfair.
Also, R.I.P. to Michael K. Williams.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I just
rest in peace.
I know his face.
Legend.
Such a great actor. He was in Lovecraft Country.
Yeah,
he was in The Wire. I've never watched The Wire, but that's what most people seem to know him from. I know him as Wmtr from Lovecraft, and I'm heartbroken.
He's such a great actor. So talented. Like, yeah. Anyway, R.I.P. my guy.
Chloe released a new single.
Oh,
and
she actually yeah.
And the girls are saying that's just trying to copy Beyonce, and it don't make sense.
I'm really just tired of the comparisons. Like, I'm actually over it.
And to be fair, even if it is Beyonce-esque, because
Beyonce was her mentor.
Flavor, it makes perfect sense.
It makes sense, of course.
Why
it looks
would you
like
not
Beyonce. Why would you not?
Beyonce-inspired artist, like. Yes, more. Thank you, please. What is wrong with you?
She didn't copy Beyonce. She was herself. If she was trained by Beyonce, then yes, you're gonna see some Beyonce influence.
Right.
But she just happens to be damn good at what she does.
At what she
just does. Like Beyonce.
She's been working since she was a child, just like Beyonce.
Like, just over it, man.
Also,
like, let any girl just have her. Let them have her shine. Like, just let her have her shine. She didn't really go music video. Everything was just hitting the way it needed to
delivered.
It was.
And y'all want to come and talk about?
Be happy. And it reminded me of a tweet from last month. I think somebody was like, "If I was Halle, I would never forgive Chloe." Like, you want them to be enemies so bad.
tired of her. And
Halle was out here filming a movie. 4 months. Like, what was Chloe supposed to do? Just sit there, twiddle her thumbs, and wait for us to come out? Or do what she does?
Even still, they're two separate people. I've even seen an interview where Halle and like they have two different career goals. Halle does not want to do all this pop music and that, but Chloe does. So that's what she's doing, and that's where she's gonna go. And Halle is gonna go the route that she wants to go down. They love each other. They're sisters,
and they're gonna support each other.
Right.
Like what? Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about. My ghetto is not ghetto at all. It's beautiful. I saw on Twitter this TikTok of this white woman and her black daughter.
Oh, I saw that.
She does videos of her doing her hair and giving affirmations, and it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Love them so much.
All right, Scarlett, do you want to start off or do you want me to start off?
Me.
All right, go.
I love you.
I love you.
I love my curls.
I love your curls too.
I love my sprayed hair.
I like you. You do like me spraying your hair? I thought you didn't like it. All right. Give me another affirmation.
I love my mommy.
I love my daughter.
I love my skin.
I love your brown skin too.
I love my teeth.
Good. You love your teeth?
Yep.
And it just goes on for like 2 minutes. You can follow them on TikTok. They're Scarlett and Tiana 143. Bruv, it's so beautiful.
It's
Every time Scarlett says she loves her skin, her mom's like, I love your beautiful brown skin too. It's just, oh my goodness. Just, there's so many videos like that. It's, apparently they got asked a lot of questions, like if she's her real mom or if she's adopted. That is her real mother.
I mean,
she's a mixed child, not an adopted black, but it's fine. And then somebody, I guess it's the ghetto part. Some people were in the comments saying this is the bare minimum,
which is not.
Some black parents don't do this with their children. Please.
Like, don't even. I had my hair was permed. I don't even know at what point in my life my hair got permed, but my hair was permed for a long time. Okay, so please be quiet about this.
Somebody quote tweeted. I was like, I'm sick of you like talking about this is the bare minimum. But you had a perm from when you were 6. Like your black mamas are not out here doing your hair like this. Stop it.
Even just doing affirmations, who's really doing that with the child?
Exactly, that is not like common.
That's not bare minimum.
Let people enjoy
It's
things.
not at all.
Let people enjoy things.
Just
let people live life.
We see so much garbage from white people all the time, and then one time you see something good from a white person, you want to find something wrong with it.
Find something wrong.
Like, this is good. This is a good thing. We love to see it. Just my heart. Beautiful.
But no, haters. You're miserable.
Haters gonna hate. Fools. Anyway, y'all, that's the ghetto segment of the podcast. We sick, we tired. Leave the babies alone. Jeff, figure it out. World hunger and Balenciaga. Go to hell. And that's all. That's all we got.
Okay, people. This is the WMTR segment. This is the part of the podcast where we question who makes the rules on what you lot keep saying that we should be doing. And this week, I would like to know who makes the rules on self-respect. So a while back, Monique must have said some stuff about wearing a bonnet in the airport. And I saw Tiffany Haddish try to endorse that whole thing, like, oh, I don't wear my bonnet to the airport because I respect myself. And I don't see the correlation. Like, I don't get it. And then also people talk about how women don't respect themselves if they have a lot of sexual partners or whatever, if they be out shaking ass and all kinds of things. And I just want to know who makes the rules. Like, why can't I respect myself and also shake my ass? Why can't I respect myself and want my hair to look good until after I get off the plane? Who decided that?
I want to know too. I don't even.
I don't know, child.
Who decided that women should? Who decided that?
Wow.
I'm
I'm sure it's rooted in like racism somehow, because like people want to adhere to a certain standard of image to not seem like ghetto or rough around the edges, or if you go back, like you don't want to be, if you were, say like, if you were a slave and then you had the slaves that were almost in that hierarchy, like the slaves that were in the house, they didn't dress like the slaves that were in the, I don't know what they would be called, but like the field. And yeah, like there's like a hierarchy of slaves. And when you look at like the costumes, when you look at the clothing, it does go up in ranks, you know, and the higher you are, the better dressed you are. And the better, the more you look like the slave master and the people within the house. So I think it's like a deep rooted, I don't know what the word might be, like a deep rooted issue that has kind of just trickled into our community over and over again. And now we have this idea that in order to be of a certain status, we have to look a certain way, and we have to, not look like we just got out of our beds, or not look like we're comfortable in things that we have been taught, or that things that work for us, like a bonnet. We wear a bonnet because we want to protect our hair, but somehow wearing a bonnet is now become this thing that is not supposed to be seen outside of the house. But I mean, I've been seeing old white people in like scarves and whatnot. That's okay, but because it's something that we do, it's ghetto. Like it doesn't add up. But yeah, I probably would say like a deep rooted terrible thing, like most things are, to be honest.
Black AF, everything is because of slavery.
Like, yeah.
Listen, slavery and the patriarchy.
Honestly.
Because I don't hear the self-respect trope, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, being given to man. Like, why don't you respect yourself as a man? Men can do whatever they want to do, and they will always be respected.
That's very true.
And I feel like with women, I feel like it's also just wanting to police again, just always wanting to say what we should and shouldn't do, or what we should and shouldn't wear. And if we do, like, I don't understand the whole bonnet thing. Doesn't make sense to me, because a bonnet is not okay, but there are whole stores that are dedicated to do-rags. So let's make that make sense, because if one is okay, why is the other one not? I don't understand that. But even when it comes to shaking ass or dressing a certain way, you don't respect yourself because you're dressing like this. But to who is it? You said I'm not respecting myself. I'm not respecting myself. But if it's self-respect, how are you to tell me that I don't have self-respect? Because it's a self thing. Is it not called self-respect?
Right.
So I just think people just like to, again, like we talked about last week, where I feel like it's a thing where you feel uncomfortable, or you feel like, I wish I could do that, or you know what I'm saying? And so you just want to project. Like that's where I think a lot of stuff comes from.
Story of projection. Because like you hear that a lot, and that was my whole thing. Like, because again, this seems like something that should be self-explanatory. Like, it's obvious who makes the rules, and self-respect. You do. You respect yourself. You define what that means. But so often you'll see people dressed a certain way or behave in a certain way, and you hear like bystanders or onlookers being like, "Oh, she don't respect herself." Like, how do you know that? First of all,
you don't know.
How do you know that she doesn't respect herself? Because that's not something you would do, because you respect yourself. And I think that whole narrative is really damaging. Like, oh, I respect myself, so I wouldn't just have a one-night stand, or I wouldn't wear a short skirt, or I would never leave the house with my hair wrapped up because I respect myself. And I mean, if that's your story, then fine. But the implication that somebody who does all of those things that you would not do doesn't respect themselves is damaging, limited, just not true.
It's not true. Like, how do we come to these conclusions? Like, I don't get it. The patriarchy.
Yeah. And it also has a lot to do with people just not minding their business. Like, leave people, here we are again, not mind your business, leave people alone. If you spent less time worrying about what other people are doing to respect themselves, and focus more on, what you're doing for your own self-respect and your standards, the world will probably be a better place, because there'll just be less less opinions from people who we just don't care to have opinions from. I mean, just leave people alone.
That's a weird one. I don't understand why people, because I feel like I've had it in the past.
You have.
And that I don't respect myself because of how I dress or things like that. And I'm just like, I don't understand how you come to these conclusions, because I feel very confident and I feel very, very good about myself right now. So how can you tell me that I like stuff like that. The only reason it really pisses me off, because again, it's very much a subjective, like it's a self thing. So if you don't respect me because of what I'm wearing, then that's a you thing, and you need to sort that out, because something's going off in your brain, and something's wrong over there that has absolutely nothing to do with me. I don't need to change who I am or stop doing or wearing or going or acting a certain way because you don't respect me. You need to figure out why you don't. What do you have a problem with? Why do you have a problem with what it is that I'm doing? Who has put that in your brain that me going to the club and twerking is now a woman doesn't respect herself, or her showing or her cleavage is a woman doesn't respect herself? And again, it's always a woman doesn't. It's never a man doesn't. Never a man, and so I don't want to hurt it, because you men, it's the men. It's the men. It's always the men, and they are the problem with this world. So just middle finger to you. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, it's baffling to me, because like we're so often policed, and then I don't know if it's a all women thing, but definitely a Black women thing, like and it's I guess started by men, but it's still perpetuated by women, because Black women are not good to each other.
I think it's I would say an all women thing. I don't think it has.
I feel like certain things might be like the whole shaking ass, but then again, I feel like if a white woman does it too,
because it comes from slavery, and there's the white women who is turning the noses up, and then also trying to do it.
Right.
It's very strange. It's not a Black women thing. It's a woman thing, because women across the races, I experienced this at work, like just all races, we're just not good to each other at all. Like there's no camaraderie. We talk about building each other up. We call each other sis, but we stab each other in the back daily, repeatedly, for no reason.
Yeah, that's real. That's so real. And I've been on the back end of that. Not even the back end, the front end, right there. It's so true. But there has to come a point where you look at what you're doing, look at the people you're surrounding yourself with, and why you continuously end up in these conversations, and say, this is not good for anybody.
Right. To be having these conversations.
Yeah. Let's fix that. It takes a lot of energy to be a hater.
So much.
I speak from experience. Like it's exhausting. So
it's true though. That's very, very, very true.
If you could spend a little less time, again, not minding your business, spewing hate and just grossness.
And if you just take the time, take the moment to be like, wait, do I care about this? Why do I care about this?
Like you will live a full life. I can speak. I raise my hand as a testimony. The minute you say, I no longer wish to be a hater, and you step away, you have a certain level of freedom.
It's true, because why are you worried about?
Like you just don't, like you focus on you and the things that you got going on. Time. Honestly,
to worry about things that actually matter.
Exactly.
Because I can tell you,
actually matter, child.
Like I think about this often these days. I'm like, there is just so much that I do not care about. Like I don't care.
Me too. I go on Twitter sometimes and I see like everyone going off and stuff, and I'm just like, scroll. I don't care about this.
That's what I was gonna say. People on social media, oh my god, it's like they cartoon like every day I see something and it's just like, why do you care so much? Just let people live their lives in the way that they want to. Does it affect you?
Right.
No, just let them live it just blows my mind. I get so irritated. Twitter's so toxic. I can't lie. It's just like sometimes I'm just like, I cannot deal with you stupid people. Just keep your thoughts to yourself. Can you please just zip it and just like, I be muting people left, right, and center. Like, I can't do this. I'm not doing this.
I can't tell you how many times I've opened Twitter and saw a dump take and was like, oh, that's enough Twitter for today.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't. Just and so many things. Like,
like you come in and go on Twitter in the morning, have a full day, come back, and the same conversation has just been tweeted. Like, I'm just like, you guys, what are you doing?
Or even like the headlines, some of these headlines, I'm just like, I don't care. Why are you telling me this? I don't care.
Right. Yeah.
Some celebrity just had a baby with this. I don't care. I don't care. I remember I tried to have this like pop culture segment on my channel a few years back. I did one video and I was like, yeah, I can't do this. I don't care. I don't care. I do not care about any of this. I just can't.
Because the thing that irritates me the most about that is like these same people that will come and talk shit about somebody or how to dress or whatever the case is will be the same ones that be like, let people live their life. Like, why are you worried about what people? You are worried about what people are doing. Like, just let them live their life. Then if you're saying, like, come on, man, why are you worried about what this person's wearing or what this person's doing? Because it does not affect you. So why does it matter? You got
then even experiencing that in real life, like, is one thing to see what celebrities are doing and comment on that, because I guess
we do it. We understand
it. Yeah, like I get it to an extent, because I don't care what celebrities do. Like, we talk about it here, but I don't care. But then like to experience that in real life, like it baffles me, because like, what about me is just living rent-free in your mind? I don't understand.
Right. Exactly.
I don't get it. Why are you so obsessed with me? Like I experienced it at work. I've had a coworker who's just been like just determined to make my life miserable. And I'm like, yo, like, what's the deal? What have I done to you? What is it about me that you love so much that you can't help but hate me? Like, what the heck?
Yeah,
it's just
I feel like
it makes sense.
It's with all of this stuff, it's like the more I learn about this whole spiritualness and all of this stuff, like I feel like we all know this, but we don't really acknowledge it, is that like everything and everybody is a mirror. So like what we see in somebody or what somebody's doing, it reflects back on us in a way that either makes us feel good or feel bad. So like if I see sis over there in her two-piece and her this and this, and it makes me feel uncomfortable, I feel like it's either a thing where I wish that I could be confident enough to wear that, or I'm just jealous of her and what she's doing, right? And it's a thing where you now need to go home, open a book, write in a journal, and figure out what is going on. What is bothering me so much about this and this that I feel like I need to project this thing? Or even sometimes it's not even a real projection where you say it to the person, but it's a thing where you do make your energy known. Like you make it known that like I feel a way about what you're doing and what you want. I even saw a TikTok. This girl had on this sweatsuit, and she went to like a kickback and she was just chilling, and this girl was like, I thought this was just a chill event. She's like, what do you mean? I'm just wearing a tracksuit. And just like, no, but you came to say something's wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel a way about what I'm wearing, and I'm just going on a great tracksuit and you know what I'm saying? So it's just, I think all of this stuff has to do a lot more with, like we always say, the person than it does you yourself. Like,
agree.
I feel like it's a bit of a culture thing. Like, I don't know if it's like femme culture or whatever, but like, how many times have you heard from a woman when you were growing up, oh, why would she come out the house like that?
Yes.
Like, why is she wearing that? Like, we grow up hearing that sort of thing. Like, we learn to be haters from young.
Exactly.
And we have to grow up and realize, like, wait a minute, why do I care?
Right.
Like, why do I care how you left the house?
Right.
Like, because somebody somewhere down the line told me that I'm supposed to.
Like, even very recently at my dad's wedding, a family member of mine was like, said to me like, oh, I wish so-and-so would not wear that because like it just doesn't suit her body type and this and this. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, why can't she wear that? Like, what do you mean she can't wear it because it doesn't suit? If she feels confident in it, like, why does it matter to you that you're not
how does something not suit one's body type if it comes in their size?
Exactly.
Like, I didn't understand it, but I tried to kind of have a little dialogue, like trying to understand why you feel that way. But you know, when you're older, I feel like you can't really have that conversation because they already believe what they believe.
Yeah.
But I was just like, yeah, it's problematic what you just said to me. But okay.
Yeah. But like, I guess the whole, as far as respecting, like, so is it really a matter of self-respect, or is it a matter of presenting yourself in such a way that others can respect you. Like, is self-respect really self-respect?
Right.
No, it has little to do with you. Yeah.
It has I think it has very little to do with you.
Because like all of these comments, you say, oh, why would she leave the house like that? Why is she dancing like that? Or whatever it is that she's doing, that the people are questioning why she's doing it that way. And then the result is that she doesn't respect herself. Like, really is just, oh, why is she doing that? Oh, I lost respect for her because X, Y, Z. But like,
that's it.
Okay.
That's facts. Big facts.
Yeah, that whole bonnet
points
discourse
were made.
Sure. That bonnet discourse was a whole shambolic situation. Even one of this YouTuber that I watch, like, she's very much luxury, like she's bougie as fuck. And she was like, I personally wouldn't go out the house in a bonnet, but if you want to, why does that matter to me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really just like, why does it matter? This is Aaliyah's face. Yeah. It's like, why does it matter to me what you're doing? Like, why am I that pressed about what you choose to do with your life? Like, it's really not that deep. Like, I just wish people would understand that, like, live your life. Like
I mean, if you feel comfortable running out to the store with your hair in rollers and wrapped up in your little shorts that you sleep in, like, that is a level of confidence to which many aspire.
Honestly,
like the level of respect that you have for yourself to go out looking like that,
so high.
It's got to be high.
Yeah, it has to be, because you don't give a fuck about fucks. Who gives a fuck about this person?
Because you know who you are. Like,
exactly.
And they wish they did. Like,
that's the crux of
it. That's the facts right there. Like, this is the real tea. If she don't respect herself now, you don't respect yourself. That's why you're so worried about what somebody else is doing. Like,
I'm so psychic.
Honestly,
journal.
I need that narrative to die.
Yeah.
Like,
it does. Like, I'm tired of people saying
just
shit
do
about
some deep diving into your life and your soul and what respect actually means.
Exactly.
The actual definition of self-respect, self being the operative word here.
Right.
And figure out why, instead of worried about, let's figure out what it is that you're avoiding. This is it's like a distraction pill. Like, oh, I don't like what's happening in my life right now. So let me distract myself and fill my mind with everything around me, because what's going on inside of me is not pretty. That's what it sounds like to me.
That's what it is.
I should write a book about how to no longer be a hater. It's a process. Really is.
I'm sure it is, because like Chakara said, I feel like it's a thing that we are grown up to just do. Like, it's to just learn that from look at and judge and question other people about what it is that they're doing with their own lives. Yeah. You have to unlearn it. And some people don't want to unlearn it. They like being bitter and miserable and talking shit, and that's where they find their joy, which is sad. And just
what baffles me,
bringing other people down. And
the people who enjoy being miserable. Like, how do you like to feel this way?
It's all rooted in insecurity, as you said.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's very unfortunate. Guys, let's all just heal, please. Like,
please. Honestly,
we all just heal.
I'm a walking testament. It helps. Your life will change. You will feel better for it. Honestly,
right?
The world would be such a better place if everybody would just take that journey. I'm on a journey right now to just reevaluate what I believe and why I believe things. I think my last one, I said that I grew up Adventist, not because I chose to, but because somebody told me that I was. So I'm like, I've been taking some time to like flip back through some of the things that I grew up believing. I'm like, do I really believe that, or do I believe that because somebody told me that I do?
Right.
That's a little bit enlightening. I'm like, I don't really agree with that. I don't actually care about this. I don't feel so strongly about this like I thought I did, because you felt strongly about it and pretty much told me that I had to.
Yeah, man.
And that's an interesting journey I would encourage some people to do. It involves a lot of unlearning. Unlearning is very important, because we've learned a lot of problematic things from our childhood that just would not age well and have not aged well.
Right. But it's so subconscious now that you feel like you can't even.
Yeah.
Everything is unlearnable, guys. Unlearnable.
Absolutely.
I know that's a word, but everything can be unlearned. Like, you can, if you want to be a better person, if you don't want to be toxic,
you can do it.
You don't want to be miserable, if you don't want to be bitter, It's all possible. Just takes a little bit of work, which people don't like to do. But
one step in that direction is when you have a negative thought, you could just ask yourself why. That's an important question to ask. Why do you feel that way? Why do you think that? Yeah. It's something I do with my mama. My mama will say something problematic and I'm like, okay, but why do you think that? Why do you feel that way? Why do you care? I'm gonna tell him she don't know.
Let's get to the roots.
Like, okay, if you don't know why you feel that way, that it probably doesn't matter.
Exactly. You're taking up too much space in your mind. It's too much other things to worry about that you want to be taking up space to worry about other people. Like, just worry about your own life. That's it. That's it. Men and women, please let us all just live our lives for ourselves.
Let people enjoy things, and it's okay. I think we say this a lot, and I feel like we might be given off a sort of sense that everybody can coexist if they just mind their own business. And I mean, in a perfect world, then sure, but it's very okay to allow people to live their lives and for you not to be comfortable with the way that they live their life.
Absolutely.
For sure. And the solution to that is not for you to criticize them and judge them. You just remove yourself. You can allow people to be who they are and enjoy the things that they enjoy while you enjoy the complete opposite of that elsewhere. Perfectly fine.
If your paths meet, you just be respectful.
You can be respectful. You don't have to be friends with everybody. No. It's very easy to be respectful of someone with differing beliefs.
Absolutely.
It should be.
It can be, depending on what the beliefs are.
As every week, I think that's all because it really could all just be that simple. Ciao. Fuck.
Oh my god.
You ain't gotta fuck with everybody, you know? And that's okay.
And that's okay.
Yeah,
just
man.
be a good person.
Period.
Be good people.
That's the theme. I feel like we have recurrent themes for these seasons. I mean, this is only season 2, but season 1 was mind your business and leave people, and then season 2 is be good people. And that's it. Just be good. Just be good people.
That's just it.
Be a good person. Be a good person. Worry about yourself. Don't go policing other people on how they should be good. You be good yourself. And leave everybody else, man.
That's it.
Amen.
Amen.
So yeah, that is this week's episode of Who Makes the Rules. If you know the definition of self-respect, let us know in the comments. Make sure you are following us on socials. We are WMTR Podcast on everything. Make sure you interact with our stories that we post weekly. And if you liked this episode, leave us a comment. Tell us your thoughts. Let us know how you're feeling. My name is Chakara. You can follow me on _JustCara, also Just Cara the Artist.
My name is Helena, and you can follow me at HelenaPipe_ and also Just Journeying.
I'm Sakaéla. You can follow me at Sakaéla on Instagram. Yeah.
Period.
We'll see you guys.
We'll talk to you
in
next
week.
Bye.
Bye.